The morning sunlight slowly spread over a quiet village in the forest. Thin lines of golden light slipped through the tall trees and rested gently on a small wooden hut at the edge of the forest. Inside it lived a humble woodcutter named Arman, a very hard-working man with gentle eyes and a patient heart. Every morning he would step into the forest with his old axe, ready to collect wood to support his simple life. Arman loved the forest very much. The rustling leaves, the whispering wind, and the singing birds made him feel at ease with every step. He walked slowly along the narrow path, greeting the trees as if they were old friends. The forest felt alive, and Arman treated every living thing with silence. One afternoon, Arman heard a strange sound in the forest. It was not the chirping of birds or the crackling of falling branches. It was a deep, painful groan that echoed among the trees. Arman followed the sound curiously and anxiously. Soon he reached a small clearing surrounded by tall grass and dense bushes. In the middle of the clearing lay a large lion. His golden mane shone softly in the sunlight, but his powerful body trembled with pain. One of his paws was raised strangely, and he struggled to stand. Arman looked. The lion was strong and majestic, but it was also clearly in pain. A sharp thorn had pierced its paw deeply. The lion looked tired and helpless. Fear whispered in Arman's heart, but another feeling grew stronger: sympathy. Arman approached slowly and carefully. With steady hands and a calm heart, Arman carefully pulled the thorn out. The lion hunched over for a moment, then relaxed as the pain slowly subsided. Arman cleaned the wound using water from his flask and wrapped the paw in a small cloth from his bag. For a few moments, the man and the lion looked at each other in silence. The forest felt strangely peaceful, as if nature itself was watching this gracious moment. Then the lion slowly stood up. His strong legs carried him proudly again. The great beast gave Arman one last calm look before disappearing silently into the shadows of the forest. Arman watched him go, wondering if he would ever see the lion again. The days passed. The forest returned to its usual rhythm. Arman continued his simple work, cutting down fallen branches and gathering firewood with the same patient care as always. One evening, dark clouds gathered over the mountains. A powerful storm swept through the forest. Thunder and lightning struck, and heavy rain poured from the sky. Strong winds shook the trees, and the narrow paths of the forest became slippery and dangerous. On his way home, Arman lost his way in the storm. The rain blurred his vision, and the forest that had once felt friendly now seemed confused and endless. Suddenly, he heard a familiar sound, a deep, powerful roar. Arman turned and saw the same lion standing on a nearby hill. The lion's golden mane moved slowly in the stormy wind. Instead of fear, Arman felt a strange sense of peace. The lion slowly walked through the forest. Every few steps he stopped and looked back, as if guiding the woodcutter. There was no other way. Arman followed the animal carefully. The animal confidently walked through the dark forest, crossing muddy paths and between tall trees. Step by step, he led Arman through the storm. After walking for a long time, the forest began to open. In the distance, Arman saw the warm lights of his small village shining softly in the rain. The lion had taken him home. Arman turned to thank the great animal, but the lion had already started walking back into the forest. Its powerful silhouette slowly disappeared among the trees, just as it had on the day of their first meeting. The storm subsided. A few days later, the forest felt calm and bright again. Arman continued his simple work, but something had changed. He held a deep realization in his heart. Far out in the forest, strong and proud under the golden sunlight, the lion once again roamed freely. And somewhere deep within the forest, a silent bond between a kind-hearted woodcutter and a grateful lion endured. A silent reminder that even the smallest act of kindness can grow into something powerful and unforgettable.